Chris and Dan, it's lovely to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
Congratulations on the Lego Batman movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Could you please sum it up in 5 words?
Jerry Maguire
meets
Michael Mann.
Okay, very good, very interesting. How do you find the fine line between making a movie like this that's going to work for children as well as adults?
A lot of trial and error.
Okay.
A lot of trying out jokes.
Okay.
Playing jokes for the crew. It's a lot of workshopping stuff.
It really helps that we're children inside. And so for us, it's all about, seriously, it's about the 12-year-old child in us. And as we're making these movies, not taking ourselves too seriously.
Yeah, exactly. So would you have had some extra scenes that you would have made, finished, and then tried them and they just would go in the bin?
Yes.
Oh, wow. You must have a lot of deleted scenes then.
Yeah. There's the Blu-ray is going to be pretty thick.
Amazing.
My
so we can look
favorite
forward
is
to that.
Batman going on vacation.
Yeah.
Batman on a beach vacation. So there's some really fun stuff.
Oh, really?
These Lego movies, there's so much in our movies that we ultimately have to cut, and some of our babies we have to cut to really make a family movie running time.
Mm-hmm. And I know there's some other Lego movies in the pipeline, but I really think there's a Joker spin-off there.
Yeah.
He's got a story to tell.
Yeah.
Him
and Harley.
Yeah, and now that Harley's obviously cast onto the scene because of Suicide Squad, it's perfect. Yeah. But I felt like he played out Joker, and it was the first time ever that I liked Joker and felt sorry for him.
Yeah.
And it was was that on purpose or was
it? Yeah. I mean, playing to Zach's strengths.
Yeah.
He Joker being this character who actually is, he's got a lot of bravado, but there's a vulnerability underneath, and that was important to us.
And do you think Zach would come in for his own movie?
I think
so. In many ways, in Joker's mind, he has a movie playing in his head that it's a bromance between him and Batman. And Batman breaks his heart when he says there are other villains that he wants to defeat. So I think he'd be back.
Brilliant. And then in the movie, so obviously it's Batman and Robin against the Joker, and Batman's trying to teach Robin the ways of the world and how to learn and to grow up. What lessons in life have you learned along the way that you've taken on board and brought with you?
Honestly, I think I've gone on the same journey that Batman's gone on. Learning to appreciate and love and bring people into your life. I think that's for me. I've always done, as a kid, I always did everything on my own, and even in my 20s when I started off in film, I did almost everything by myself. I was never an assistant. I was always immediately the writer, the director, the editor. I did literally everything, learned everything on my own and did it on my own. And it wasn't until I started working with Dan and Chris and Phil and learning how to work with all of these other really smart, really creative people and being able to open up to a team. I think, honestly, I think that's probably, for me, the biggest lesson that I learned. I literally went through all of Batman's stages.
These movies are very personal to us. I think that's why people are surprised at the emotion in the movie, but we're really letting our emotion on our sleeves as we tell the story. For my case, my wife showed me a photo of a Lego image that was altered to say, instead of Lego, it was let go.
Okay.
And I think that's my own life lesson recently, which is these movies are so hard to make. They're so stressful, short period of time, so many eyeballs. And for me, I just have to let go and let the process work and realize that I'm working with really talented filmmakers, and Chris and Lord and Miller are partners on this, and amazing actors like Will Arnett. And things may look rough for a while because we're struggling with the story and we're trying to figure out, how are we going to get all this done in a short period of time? And we're trying to always push the envelope with the humor and the look of the movie. And just, for me, it's about letting go. You know what? We've done this once. I think we've done it twice now successfully, and it'll happen. I got to let the process play itself out.
That's great advice. I wouldn't be allowed to leave this room unless I asked you about Aladdin and the potential. Guy Ritchie, am I on the right track here?
You are. I'm so excited about it because it's a different way to tell that Aladdin story. Disney's done a great job with Cinderella and with Beauty and the Beast. And it's going to surprise audiences. It's going to be a musical. Guy's first time telling a musical story. His wife and his kids love the story. So I think it's always when your family is motivating you to make a movie, I think it's a really good thing. That's really happens here with the Lego movie with us. And certainly with my kids wanting me to make a Lego movie. So Aladdin's going to be just a different way in live action color. And I think it'll be less cutty than previous Guy Ritchie movies, but a real style to it that he's going to bring that you haven't seen before. So I think that's what we really talk about. Chris and I are always about what's unexpected, what's fresh about telling these stories? Because there's stories with great mythology, with Batman, with Aladdin, but how do you tell it in a way that audiences haven't seen before? And that's what I'm excited about with
Well,
Aladdin.
brilliant. I am literally, that's amazing. I couldn't be happier to hear that. And I can't wait for everybody else to see the Lego Batman movie. I'm going to know they love it as much as I did.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Initialize master building.
Got it. Here you go, Father.
I need an elbow. I need a macaroni. Yes, we did it. Pretty cool, huh?
Why did you build this thing with only one seat?
Because last I checked, I only had one butt. Let's go defeat the Joker.
Woo! We're going on a family trip. I can wear my costume too.
Well, luckily for us, you left your costume back in... Oh, no, under your clothes. That's perfect.